ask me who my mentors are, one thing in common that they all have is humility. They knowing that we all are in the same boat, everyone has challenges, everyone has different gifts, and we're in this together. I have learned that if I ever become a person who feels like I'm better than someone else is when I start putting barriers up, when I start becoming less transparent, when I'm not as compassionate, when I'm not as loving and giving. You know, more than the goal that I achieve or the success that I have is who I affect along the way. And to love and impart encouragement to people around me, that always begins with humility. To care for someone means you're not thinking about yourself, you're thinking about them. The greatest thing to start with when you're planning for success is to be humble.
Hi 6th grade students, it's Mrs. Hott from the Morgan County Partnership. Welcome to this week's Positive Action virtual lesson for you. Are you ready? Let's get started. It's time for positive actions. Sola acción positiva. We welcome you to positivevaluesnetwork.com. Morgan County Partnership is so excited to have you with us today. Whether you are at home for virtual or remote school, maybe it's distance learning, or you might be in the classroom with your teacher or social worker or counselor, or maybe you're at home or in the workplace even. The Morgan County Partnership is so glad to have you with us this week for the Positive Action Value. Now, here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about a new positive action value word. We're going to take a look at a positive action activity, and we're going to get a chance to talk about why positive actions are so important. Are you ready? Let's get started. This week, our new positive action value word is humility. Humility means the ability to consider others ahead of yourself. This week we have a video for you to watch, a positive action activity, and then we're going to talk about it. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Humility is based on knowing and accepting the truth about oneself. It is a scale, and on one extreme, there is vanity, or false modesty, and on the other extreme, there is insecurity. Humble people display the following behaviors. They have an appropriate perspective on their strengths and limitations. They are not vain or conceited. They are unassuming. They do not have insecurities that would lead them to pretend to be something they are not. They know their abilities, but they do not brag about them. They do not put their own good above that of others, and less so if it would involve inconveniencing others. They are tactful and do not insult others. They are transparent in their relationships with others. To be humble, you should reflect on your own strengths and weaknesses. This reflection puts you at ease with who you are and helps you to accept that there is still an exciting road ahead for improvement. Humility is developed as you stop focusing on yourself and begin to focus on others.
This week's value word is hard, right? Humility. Why is it so hard? Because we're all on our social media, aren't we? We're looking for likes. We're looking for subscribers. We want to see those numbers go up. We want to have lots of friends online, right? But are we humble? Are we really considering the needs of others? Humility is to consider others ahead of yourself. So this week we want you to take a moment and be humble. Be humble and look for someone else's well-being. Be upright, be honest and trustworthy. Be modest about your social media. Be modest about yourselves and look to help someone else. Be big-hearted. How can we do that? We can share with others. We can look out for the person who might need a little bit of help. Be loving and be empathetic. This week, our positive action activity has a way that you can get together with others in your classroom and just sit around and color and think about the actions you can take that show humility. And before I go, I want to talk about something. Possum Partners, The biggest example I can show you on how to express humility comes to one of these, right? Because when you consider the health of someone else, you're going to wear a mask. Now I know it's a hard time out there and we're so close to being able to beat this pandemic. But what's it going to take, guys? It's going to take a little humility, right? And it's going to be able to continue with all of those positive actions, to wear that mask, to social distance, to wash your hands, okay? Because when we see you with this on, it doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're giving in. Wearing this, students, wearing the mask shows that you're humble and you're considering the health of those around you, and you're considering the health of their loved ones too. So be humble. Put the mask on. Don't give up. We're almost there. Grab your markers, crayons, or colored pencils, and let's do a positive action activity with Miss Shema. Here we go. Humility means the ability to consider others ahead of self. We're going to color and post this week's activity using the word humble, with each letter standing for a positive action. Be honest, upright, modest, big-hearted, loving, and empathetic. And then check each positive action when you do it this week. Be courteous. Say please and thank you. Say you're sorry and mean it. Listen first. Show respect. Be humble today. Be honest, obedient, kind, passionate, generous, patient, and again, have empathy for others. Put yourself in their shoes. Take your positive action activity and add it to respect with positive core values to help us unify our community. When you do a positive action, Miss Shema and Mrs. Hott, we want you to check it off. And we want you to practice humility this week. Think of others before you think of yourself. You'll have a good feeling and you'll make them feel good too. See you next week, and remember, grab a sibling and let's color together. Let's see which positive action Shema did. Say please and thank you. She said sorry. She is honest and shows respect and has empathy for you. You can too. Beautiful.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Lacey here from Woodmire Elementary School, where I'm the school therapist, sharing with you all our doodle quote of the week and our doodle activity. This positive action words this week is humility, and the quote is, humility isn't denying your strengths, it's being honest about your weaknesses. And that's a quote from Rick Warren. Here's the doodle sheet. Again, I encourage you to decorate it, color it, hang it in a window, give it to a neighbor, whoever you feel could use a positive action word this week. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.